Heineken's Amstel and Smith's beer hit by CO2 supply shortage. Supplies of Heineken's John Smith's Extra Smooth and Amstel kegs have been hit by an industry-wide shortage of carbon dioxide. A CO2 shortage is leaving beer and soft drinks makers high and dry just as the World Cup and barbecue season get underway. Seasonal manufacturing shutdowns have left the UK with only one big plant producing CO2. Heineken said it was working with customers to minimise disruption. But the Grocer magazine reported that Heineken had written to pubs limiting the amount they can order of the affected lines. "We've been informed by our CO2 supplier that they are facing a major issue with supply availability in the UK," Heineken confirmed in a statement. Wetherspoon's pub chain said that while it had not had any supply issues yet, that is likely to change in the coming days, and it's not likely to get any better. "There might be some products we don't have available, and if it affects Wetherspoons, then it will affect everyone else." Desperate. Demand for beer and fizzy drinks is peaking as fans gather to watch the football, thanks to the recent run of hot weather. Carbon dioxide doesn't just put the fizz into soft drinks, canned and bottled beers. It also delivers beer at the pub pumps and is additionally used to pack fresh meat and salads. It comes from ammonia plants that manufacture fertilizer. But as demand for fertilizer peaks in winter, manufacturers often shut down during the summer for maintenance work. Currently at least 5 CO2 producers across Northern Europe are offline for maintenance, according to trade publication Gasworld, which first reported the issue. Gasworld said carbonated drinks producers were now desperate amid the worst CO2 supply crisis for decades. Beer stoppages. The British Beer and Pub Association, BPA, which represents brewers and 20,000 UK pubs, said the CO2 shortage was beginning to cause stoppages in beer production, although it did not name specific companies. As much as 82% of beer consumed in the UK is produced here, requiring carbon dioxide, according to Bridget Simmons, head of the BPA. Ms. Simmons said she had written to CO2 suppliers and one producer had said it would be able to get limited production back on stream at the beginning of July. "You could have foreseen this. We've got the World Cup, which is as exciting in Germany as it is here," said Ms. Simmons. "Quite why they didn't anticipate this, I don't know." The BPA has also issued some guidance to its members reminding them that CO2 used in drinks, including for dispensing beer at the pumps, must be food-grade CO2. "We'd be concerned this is not the time to go looking for a white van man who says they can supply you with CO2, she said. Gavin Partington, Director General at the British Soft Drinks Association, said soft drinks producers were taking active steps to maintain their service to customers. Coca-Cola European Partners spokesperson said the company was responding to what was an industry-wide issue by focusing on limiting the effect this may have on the availability of our products. The drinks giant said it was currently able to fulfill orders to customers and was working with suppliers, partners and customers on a number of solutions. Hardest hit. The UK is particularly hard hit by the shortages, according to Gasworld, because only one major CO2 plant is still operating and imports from the European mainland have been affected by shutdowns in Northern Europe. The UK is a large market for carbon dioxide and imports about a third of its CO2 needs. It has a vast range of applications in industry, with one of the main uses being the manufacture of dry ice to chill airline meals. The UK has a number of plants that produce CO2, but 3 of the 4 largest are currently down for maintenance or technical reasons. Gasworld said the heatwave in May had boosted demand for fizzy drinks across Northern Europe at a time when ammonia plants producing CO2 as a byproduct were closed. The current low price of ammonia meant producers were not restarting production quickly. Carbon dioxide production also comes from bioethanol plants, and as a byproduct from whiskey distilleries in Scotland. But these tend to be on a smaller scale, and one UK bioethanol plant is also currently closed. While there were ready supplies of carbon dioxide in southern Europe, including Hungary and Romania. Transporting it to Northern Europe required specialist pressurized transport, Gas World said. Prioritize meat. The grocer also reported stark warnings from the British Poultry Council that up to 60% of poultry processing plants could be knocked out within days as a result of the CO2 shortage. CO2 is used to stun and ultimately suffocate poultry in many slaughterhouses. The grocer said 9 of the UK's largest poultry plants were facing a critical shortage of the gas, which could lead very quickly to a halt in slaughtering and a knock-on effect on animal welfare as birds are left longer on the farms. The British Meat Processors Association, BMPA, also said it was very concerned about the shortage. BMPA Deputy Director Fiona Steiger said, "Supply is running out and it's pretty tight for some people. We don't know when supplies will be back up. We've been told it could be about a month." She said the BMPA was asking officials at the Department for Environment, Food and Rural Affairs to prioritize meat producers when finding backup supplies of CO2.